Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to do an unboxing and review of this model kit. This is the Nemesis Prime IDW version from the company called Flame Toys. They've been doing a whole bunch of Transformers in model kit format. So they don't transforms, they're just in model kits. Also, I didn't see a grade or scale on this one, but from what I've seen so far, it's similar to like a high grade or advanced high grade in regards to complexity and form. We're going to take a look at the parts, we're going to build it. We're going to let you guys know what I think of the kit, do some articulation review, and so much more in the video. So hang on to your seats. Let's go on an adventure and take a look at what's inside the box.
This video is powered by USAGundam Store. If you're looking for Gunpla, mecha model kits, figures, materials, books, tools, and more, please visit them at www.USAGundamStore.com and save 10% on your next purchase by using discount code AOMECHA10.
Taking a look now at the Nemesis Prime box. Over here in the top, it is by a company called Flame Toys, and it's part of their Furai model kit line. Here we have an amazing box art of Nemesis Prime jumping in the air in an action pose with explosion happening in the background. And this is a model kit of Nemesis Prime. This is the IDW version, and an awesome Decepticon logo over here on the side. And on the far side of the box, we have some Transformers branding. So on the short side, on one of the short side here, there isn't any branding. It's actually the box art continuing over. So that is pretty cool. And on the opposite short side, we have a similar box art with the Transformers branding and name of the kit. On the longer side, we have Transformers and the name of the kit, which is identical to the other side of the longer sides of the box. Now, taking a look at the back of the kit, this is where all the information is. However, the kit itself is already in black in color, and we have a dark background for the box, so it's kind of hard to see a lot of the details, even though they're trying to show a lot. So let's take a look at real quick here. Articulation, they're saying it's a good articulation with over 40 movable joints. Any pose can be set easily. So there's 3 poses here. With some action with the gun, just open hand, kind of like and this one, it looks like it's standing with closed fists. I can't really tell, so we're gonna have to maybe look at that when we do the poses later on. Here we have a front and back view showing a little bit of details of it. The cool thing about this box, it shows you how many runners there are. So here's a preview of all the runners inside, and what they're saying is like this red piece here comes with clear red parts used for eyes and windows. So that's really cool, and it shows here a little photo of what it looks like when it's built. Here's a photo of Nemesis Prime. But again, it's really dark in color, so you can't just get a silhouette of it, and the information for the manufacturer can be found here. All right, so next we're going to take a look at what's inside the box, and then we're going to build the kit. All right, let's take a look at what's inside the box. So here, I'm just going to show you guys in no particular order. They're plastic injected runners. So first couple of runners here, we have black color, and it looks like we have a lighter gray runners on the middle here, and more black runners on the back side here. The next bag comes with a darker gray, and it looks like a warmer gray in color, but it's definitely darker than the previous one. And we have some black runners here, more black runners as well in the middle. Here we have the clear red parts. This is mainly for the eyes and the glass shield in the chest. And in this bag, it looks like, it looks like the PC runners. So they're like the rubbery plastic, and there's 2 types of rubbery plastic here, the darker gray and the lighter gray. And the last bag here, it looks like we have darker gray runners as well as more black runners. Again, fairly simple in color scheme. So that's Nemesis Prime's colors. Here we have the assembling instruction manual. So it has the Flame Toys logo, the Furai model kit line here, and Nemesis Prime. It looks like this one is done in CG, and there's like some effects happening with his gun here, and some different color Transformers, so definitely Decepticon color purple, and the model kit Nemesis Prime IDW version. At the back of it, we have a sticker sheet. So there are some pretty hefty stickers here. It looks like this one is for the arms, this one's for the knee, and the rest are like probably scattered throughout the kit just to give it that extra boost to make this Nemesis Prime in regards to colors, because I didn't see these, like, I guess teal or aqua mint kind of like colors. So that's there. And then we have, I'm going to open up the manual next, and we could take a look at the manual in more detail in the next part. Taking a look now at the assembling instruction manual, we have Nemesis Prime in the cover. At the back, we have a couple of action poses of Nemesis Prime. We have him flying in the air, kneeling, and it looks like sideways, holding gun in a shooting, blasting position. Cool thing about this one, they have instructions of how to take the pieces out of the runners. So that's always helpful if you're a beginner. Here we have the runners list, complete parts list, and it looks like there's no X's here, so it looks like we are using all of the pieces. It starts off with the chest assembly, and one thing to note, the instruction is printed in color, so that's always good to have a high quality printed instruction. The next couple of pages, we have the lower torso, the arms, the legs, and then the full assembly of the body, upper arms, legs, and the instructions on how to put the blaster together. So pretty straightforward instruction. It feels almost like a high grade in regards to the amount of instructions on here. So looking forward to building this in the next part of the video. So here is a closer look at the sticker sheet. A very reflective sticker here. So they're pretty big with these two here, as well as these guys. So there's a couple of stickers here that will be used if you want to, out of the box, just use it. However, I'll probably be painting mine. So these colors, I'm going to try to paint using acrylic or something for it. So anyways, that's the sticker sheet that came with the kit. All right, so here's Nemesis Prime, fully snap built together. It was an enjoyable experience building this guy. The instructions are pretty straightforward. There's no difficulties or any type of strenuous parts when I was putting this together. So it was really nice, and it came out together pretty well. Starting with the articulation review of this kit, let's start with the head. It's on a ball socket, so you will get kind of like that kind of movement with the head. It can go look right and left. It can't do a full 360 because the helmet and the neck would not allow it. It can look up pretty well, look down, and there's a little bit of an extension on the neck area that you can make them look down even further. Taking a look now at the back. The backpack is pretty cool. I love the simplistic design of the backpack here. The spoiler / wings can kind of flop like this, but you don't want to obviously extend it too far out because then that would just pop out. Taking a look at the shoulders, there are some movements on it like so. The arm can do a 360 like that. There is a rotation on the arm right there, and it could do a arm flex about around here. You don't want it to go any further because like you're gonna start like scratching the two pieces together. With the plastic, again, the armor is kind of pretty hefty here. We have the shield on the forearm. This one is fixed, so you can't really rotate it or anything, which kind of sucks because like I would have loved to have this thing rotate, and I'll tell you guys about that in a bit. There is a ball socket inside the wrist, and then the hand here could rotate about 360. The arm reach on the side could go to about around here, I'd say. And let's see, what else can I talk about the arm? Yeah, that's about it for the arm. Let's take a look at the body, the torso. The upper torso is like all these, the chest stuff here is really cool. Love the design. The clear red is really cool, but it's also fixed, so there's like no crazy movements here. There are two segments here, so that the upper portion, the mid, are in two different parts, so you could get this nice movement. There's a ball socket on the top and at the bottom, so you get a nice little kind of movement on that. Pretty cool. I'm going to rotate this arm up like that so we can see a little bit of the side, so it could tilt up and it could tilt downwards for an ab crunch. It can rotate up to here and rotate up to here. It can't really do a full 360 on the body because there are these pieces that prevents it from doing it. Taking a look at the lower portion of the kit here, starting with the waist and skirt, there is a little bit of movement on the back skirt like that. The front skirt kind of moves up and down like so. The thigh and leg connection, there's a couple of stuff that's happening here. So you get this kind of like thigh kind of swivel here. It can extend outwards to about here, so you can get a nice split system there if you really want to. There's a mechanism inside that the leg can lower down like that to give it a little bit more reach. So you could do the front, and it could do a nice upper kick if you really wanted to. And then also to the back, has a nice little kind of like full length 90-degree back, I guess hind kick if you really want to on that one as well. Can do a nice kneeling pose, and we'll get to that in a bit. You'll probably see that in some of the sample videos when I did the kind of like a gallery of this. So let's take a look at the leg itself. The knee can bend that way. In order for this knee to actually function and bend like that, the back portion here has a mechanism. So this set of tires on the leg goes in, and that is where you could get a nice reach of the knee bend right here. So and then it just goes back up, and then the wheels pop back in, and we'll just do a comparison of what it looks like. So again, it goes in like so, and then when it's out, it's like this. There's no other rotation here other than the leg, lower leg and the feet. So there is a little bit of like movement like that around here, the lower section. It can't go any like that super flight type kind of thing, because it's the back of this one is hitting the lower leg. The shield for the ankle here has a little bit for a ball rotation kind of thing happening there. And then the foot here, interestingly enough, has this little kind of like toe kick up, flip up like that. So that is pretty cool. And you could probably get a whole bunch of really cool poses with that. However, you can't get like that super pointy feet down with the leg. So overall, that is the articulation with the kit. Again, very, very versatile in regards to like how much reach this thing could have. Lots of points of articulation, and I think it's a really good kit, and you could achieve a lot of really cool poses with this. So if you do end up picking this up, I would like to see some of your crazy and fun poses. So Nemesis Prime is actually also compatible with a lot of the action bases out there, something from Kotobukiya or Bandai. At the lower back of Nemesis Prime here, there's a port where you could use an action base. So for this guy here, we're gonna use, this as an example, I put in a peg connector at the end of this action base from Bandai, and we're gonna connect it at the port at the back right here. And there you have it. Nemesis Prime is now on an action base, and you could now put them in a additional stance or action poses. All right, taking a look at Nemesis Prime, partially disassembled so you guys get a feel of what the connection ports are like. So for those of you guys interested in doing a kit bash or just curious about how the limbs are connected to the main torso. So on the arm itself, there's a peg here that will connect to the upper arm here with its hole using a PC part, and it will just like connect like so. And then on the leg part, they have a peg as well here that would connect to the thigh region of the leg. And also this guy right here could slide out to give this a little bit more articulation for posing. So if you're doing any type of knee bend or split, you'll need to manipulate this guy right here. So we're gonna connect it real quick just to show you guys what I'm talking about here. So when it is connected like that, the peg, the thigh as well has a little bit of a swivel like so. And in order for you to get that extra reach, you'll need to like extend that out as well for the leg. Now I want to talk about the overall design of the kit as well. Looking really, really cool. There's a lot of details here. I love the clear red parts. You can see some of the silver stuff inside, a little bit of details in the chest. There's a lot of details all over the kit, including like pistons here on the side, on the leg, and also on the lower or the mid torso area. There's a whole bunch of like really cool details here. some of these like pistons and like mechanical stuff here. And then at the back you have panel lines and panel details as well on the armor, so it doesn't look too plain. I love also the shield on the forearm here, looking really cool. Lots of details like I mentioned. Now, though the design is really great, there are some flaws. There's a couple of seam lines here to be noted. Some of the major ones would be here on the crotch, so it runs all the way, pretty much all the way at the back. The thigh, as you can see here, it's very visible. If you don't push it together, there's some seam lines there. Across and down the lower leg here, again, something visible would be like here. There's a cover plate for the shin area, which is cool, kind of hides it. I wish they did that for the upper leg as well, especially at the knee connection. The foot, there is some seam lines visible right here on the this part, the top of the foot. And at the back of the feet here, we have some seam line cutting across, as well as running through here. And on the arms, I want to talk about the arms real quick, because this one was kind of a big issue for me. So let's take a look at the left arm, for example. So some visible seams would be in the upper arm right here, and the forearm as well, big one right there coming through. The top one, not so much. There's a cover plate that covers it. However, the arm, one of my issues here is if you move it up or down, it's not doing it now, but like, see right here, if you're, depending on how you're posing it, this part here opens up like that, and you can't just like press it in, because this shield on the forearm is fixed. So in order for you to fix it, depending on what pose you want it to do, you're gonna have to like, so say I want the pose to be somewhere around this area, I take the shield out and then press it in to get that all sealed. So stuff like that I think could have been improved. I also wish that this part here was a single piece instead of a cap of two pieces. I think that would have been more of a better design on it. Now, to swap the hands with this kit, the kit comes with several hands. There's 6 in total. Right now we have the closed fist hands attached to the Nemesis, and there are actually 2 of them. They're both right there, and there are 2 open hand, kind of like these guys, like reaching out, and then 2 of the trigger finger to hold the weapon. So this is one of them, and then the other one is connected to the blaster gun already here. Now, to swap the hands, there's a port, a peg here that will connect with the port of the arm. So all you have to do really is just pull this guy out. At the arm over here, as you can see, there's a hole right there, and what you'll do is you're just going to take the hand here. For this one, I have the blaster already attached to it, and that's all you do. You just kind of like plug it in. It's pretty straightforward, very simple. It doesn't feel loose, but again, I wouldn't recommend like putting it to extreme poses or anything like that. Otherwise, it is pretty sturdy. There's no real like movement other than it's spinning around. So let's take a closer look at it right here. So this guy here just like spin around, and then there's some movement on the wrist, but very minor, because it's on a ball joint on the inside part. Taking a closer look at some of the details here, the head area. I love the sculpt of Nemesis Prime. I think it's a really well done head sculpt. There is only like one seam line. I think it's visible at the back of the helmet right there, but otherwise you won't be able to see it if you're looking at the front anyway. So it looks really cool. The details on the chest looks really great. The grill on the ab section here is awesome. Lots of details as well. There are some details on the leg right here where it opens up. This one is it's a different piece altogether, and then you have some pistons on the side. On the mid section here, we have a lot of details as well, including at the connection port of the arm. There's some grills here. There are some grills over there and there, and there are some grills also on the feet. Also, the underside of the foot here are pretty cool. There's a lot of like potential details and paint ups you could do at the back. And then behind the leg, we have some wheels here. They're plastic right now. I would recommend using probably like rubber black to give it that like rubber feel. to it. The skirt looks pretty cool. There's like that extra bevel over here, and the back of the backpack here with the spoiler wings has some really cool paneled details. And again, the opportunity to add even more details to it. Lots of solid surfaces and flat surfaces as well. All right, so that's the detail for the front kit. All right, so final thoughts on this kit, starting with some pros and cons. On the con side, this kit is on the higher price point range. It's actually priced higher than the previous release, Optimus Prime IDW version, even though it's just a complete replica and recolor of it. Also, with the higher price point, I was hoping that they would have included additional accessories or weapons. It only comes with one blaster. It would have been nice, I think, if they've included like a sword or an axe, or even a action stand for this. The kit has a lot of seam lines visible, especially in the arms, crotch, legs, and feet area. And there's a lot of correction stickers. I was hoping that this is something that they could maybe look at into the future, but for now, yeah, like the sticker on the shield just didn't kind of cut it for me. On the pro side, overall design and color scheme looks amazing. It greatly represents Nemesis Prime in all of its essence. The model kit is fairly built well and has a nice weight, lots of articulation for posing. It also has like swappable hands, which is good. It adds to that extra posability. It also adds stability when it's holding the blaster weapon on its hand. Overall, the kit is great. This is perfect for Transformer fans and Gundam fans. I would definitely recommend this kit, especially if you grew up liking Transformers. Out of 10, this is a solid 8, just because there were a few shortcomings as previously mentioned throughout the review. And that is it for the review. Hopefully you guys found the video entertaining or educational. And hopefully this is something that would help you decide if you're gonna pick up this kit. Let me know in the comments below if this is something that you would like to build, or if you've already built it, let me know what you guys think of the kits that you did build from this company and this line. Let me know as well if there are some stuff here you want me to focus on further in the next videos. I'm looking forward to doing more reviews and unboxing and all kinds of fun stuff in this channel. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to get notification when I'm streaming or when I'm uploading new content. Thank you again guys for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care. See ya.